and we are going to be having a conversation called How to Predict Future Growth Areas. How do you predict areas that would blow up tomorrow? Most of the times, people actually sit down and predict these things. That's how most people had invested in real estate. So they invested when that place was looking like nothing, knowing and believing strongly that that place will blow up, and eventually it did. So, how do you predict future growth areas, and what do you do with that information? What you do is that you start investing in those locations, because I believe every strong businessman wants to invest in a place that will definitely blow up or definitely add value to him or her. So I'm trying to hear myself. So if you can hear me and you can see me, let me know. Okay, I can hear myself and I can see myself. Thank you for joining me live today. So if you are seeing me for the first time, welcome. And if you're always joining my life, I appreciate you. So without wasting much of your time, let's see how this thing goes. Let's watch and understand what we have for you today. Okay, so and now that I'm clear on this, let's get right into this. How was your day? How did your day go? Hello, sir. How are you? All right. So today, let me just not waste most of our time. Let's me go right into this, knowing that I've gotten what I needed. I needed to know that I can hear myself and I can see myself clearly. Okay, so sometimes when it comes to real estate investment, especially for people who doing it for the first time, you want to invest right, right? You want to invest in a place that is definite. You want to invest in a location that is upwardly mobile. Do you understand? A place that is guaranteed to develop, to increase in as much as you bought it at any amount. That's what everybody wants to get. So, what are the things you look out for to ensure that that location you are investing in is definite, is going to develop in no distant time, is going to be a place that everybody would desire to own something in? That's just what I'm going to list out for you in this live section. Because what I basically do is that I help investors, I help individuals, I also help family owners invest here in Abuja. And I constantly educate, expose things that normally you wouldn't have known this is how it is done. But because I do not just sell lands or properties, I also guide and also help you see locations you can actually invest in for maximum profits. Okay, so the first thing you have to understand is what we know as infrastructure. Sometimes that this English is always quite big. I've had someone tell me, please, can you break this word down for me? And I had to. And with that, I understood that sometimes people hear words, especially in fields they are not sure of or fields they are not conversant with, and it feels like they don't understand what is going on. So what does infrastructure mean? Because the first point says follow infrastructure and not just what everybody talks about. So, what are the infrastructures? What I will say is we call them new roads, the new bridges, new interconnecting roads that are being built. Follow it. Where is it happening? Where are they building it? It means something is going on there. Follow where there is electricity expansion, water and drainage projects. Those are the things that opens up a place. In fact, those are part of the things that open up a place. We also have schools, projects, constructions, markets, malls. These things are what we call infrastructure. So follow it. Find out what is happening in a location. Find out what business opportunities, things I just listed are happening. What infrastructure is planned or already on the way the location. So find out those locations and eventually follow it, because that is a pointer of a place that will definitely blow tomorrow. The next thing is watch where people are moving. Sometimes it feels like, oh, when everybody's talking about a location, just ignore the location, there's something bad there. That's not absolutely true. Sometimes when where people are going, just go and make further verifications about that location and invest there, because sometimes it means that there is something coming. And when early buyers or people who understand real estate investment see those locations, they'll hurriedly go there and invest early. Okay, cities grow because people move to that location. Yeah, right? Any place you've seen today that people are excited about means that it grew. It wasn't always like that. And that is why this video is of essence, because there are some locations that may not look like it today, but eventually it will. So how do you know those locations? Okay, ask yourself, are new estates being developed? Are young families relocating to that location? Are workers commuting into the area? And are schools, supermarkets, malls, facilities opening in that location? That is where you should put your head to, because population growth creates demand for housing and services around that location. And that's one of the major factors that helps a location grow. All right. So the question you have to ask yourself regarding this is this community growing, or is it just standing still? Nothing is happening there. You don't want to invest in a location like that. The third point is study the government planning. And that is why we have something called master plan here in Abuja. Sometimes when a city is planned on paper, it's easier to be followed than when a city does not even have a plan at all. When it comes to Abuja, Abuja has a master plan, and this master plan had been in existence even before construction started here in Abuja. Okay, so this master plan helps create direction to a great extent when it comes to development, because with the plan, the government knows where to focus on, what's the next place, where are the next roads. Okay, there are a lot of people here, we need to expand this road. Currently, there are some places that are bush that in real time or in the map or in the master plan, those places are roads. And sometimes when people understand it, you see them move inside, you see just one single road, then there are spaces right and left, because those spaces are eventually going to be road in the future. Okay, so it helps to know that the place is relatively or massively planned earlier on. So study how the government moves. Sometimes the government realizes that there are lots of population here. Let's make this lane dual lane, and boom, the construction starts. And it could also mean flyovers. Recently, there's a major flyover happening in Life Camp now. These are the things, it wasn't there. But maybe at the point where there is becoming a lot of traffic in the location, and from the master plan, there's a flyover, and he starts constructing it. So new district development plan, find out about the major road networks, public institutions, approved layouts and planning. This helps you to know that this location, government is focusing on this. And trust me, where government is focusing, in a matter of time, the place will become fully developed location. So the question you have to ask yourself is that, what public investment is happening in your area today? Let me know in the comment section. The fourth thing you should pay attention to is look for business activity, whether small or big. Find locations that have a lot of business activity that gathers people. Over a period of time, people will start coming there. And when people start coming there, people want to live there. And when people want to live there, houses will be sold, land will be sold, people want to start building. So these are one of the things you have to pay attention to know locations that would develop or future growth areas, like my topic said. The next point is evaluate the person you are buying from and the title it is coming with. I would not just talk about a topic like this without talking about these two things: the developer in question and also the title it comes with. It's absolutely important you check on those. Right, as much as the location is sweet and people are excited about it, do not be carried away about who owns this property and much more what is the title it is coming with. Because sometimes people don't actually understand the title when it comes to Abuja. I This is a series I'm creating, and very soon I'm going to create a series on the titles in Abuja real estate market, where I will explain every single title and how you can find which one is suitable for you. All right, so that's the fifth point. Ensure you know who is selling, who owns it, because sometimes the person who is selling the property may not be the owner of the property. So when you find out who owns it, check the track record, check the trajectory. Does this person start something and leave it tomorrow? Does this person always have a bad name? Has this person always done something before? Those things will help you know that this location I'm investing or this estate I'm investing is guaranteed to actually uh, be a growth location tomorrow. So, would you be confident in buying a property if everyone else talked about it? Sometimes, like I said, some people don't like investing in something everybody is talking about, but there's a truth to that if you understand how real estate works. The next point is think long term. I think that's the last point. Think long term. um that's what I would call people understanding how real estate works. Sometimes people think that real estate investment is quick scheme, like you have to invest today and make money tomorrow. Right, that's not how real estate works. Real estate is a game of long term. When you allow time happen when it comes to your investment, that is when you enjoy it well, especially when you've invested the right way. Okay, so many successful people buy before areas become popular. If you're that kind of person who wants to buy in a place that is emerging, very affordable, great title, then this is for you. Okay, people understand that meaningful growth often takes time when it comes to real estate. So the location that are luxury today, premium today, mention them. They started not looking like it. They started unassuming, and eventually became one of the most talked about locations in Abuja. Okay, so instead of asking yourself, how much can I make this year? Ask yourself, what could this area look in 5 years' time? There are areas like that today, areas like Wasa, Apo, Axis. Okay, these locations are blowing up. Areas like Sherity, Kabusa axis, also Airport Road axis. Locations like these are blowing up. They are not expensive yet. They're locations you can invest early and watch them evolve in no distant time. Why? Because there are things, there are measures, there are infrastructure, there are growth projections around these locations that will definitely explode in no distant time. Okay, so how do you predict future growth areas? You don't just rely on what people say. You can also rely by you doing your own work or your own due diligence. All right. You don't just follow where the crowd is going. Follow the infrastructure. Follow the government planning, the business activity, the developer credibility, the titles, the documentation, and long term. All right. So with this point, you'll be guaranteed that you start or invest in locations that are upcoming or emerging today and watch it evolve before your very eyes a few years from now. Right? If you're seeking to invest in Abuja and you want to invest in the right location, the right title, and with the right projections, there's a number in the description. You can reach me on the numbers there, and I can answer every question you need regarding real estate investment here in Abuja. And I'll be delighted to help you. Okay, thank you for joining me. All right, I would like to take my leave now. If you have any question regarding how to find out um, future growth areas here in Abuja, you can also ask me or send me a message. Till I come your way again, stay safe and remain blessed.